Hey, what is up, you guys? Beta Blader 95 here, and today we are going to be checking out the Transformers Armada Jetfire. This figure is weird. It's weird enough to make me pause, because I really don't know how to explain this. As I said in my review for the Armada Leader Class Optimus Prime, all his flaws get fixed by Jetfire and rollout, and because of this, you'll see very quickly, Jetfire here, he's either going to be a spaceship or a pair of legs. He really wants to be a pair of legs. He doesn't want to be a robot, he wants to be legs, and it's very interesting. You'll see once we start putting this into a robot mode, this entire section is basically held together by two little hinges on these sides right here. It is insane how flimsy this figure is. So, without further ado, let's show off some gimmicks. He does have a few in his spaceship mode. The first one being this little cabin opens up top, and that's you, I guess, release a satellite in there. Has a whole bunch of etched detail in there. The black wash is on me. Was starting to panel wash this stuff and got very tired of doing it. It's very tedious. The other one is blank. On the inside you can see the arms and the hands, and those will fold right up. These also kind of stabilize the entire figure, which is really scary, but somehow it works. He also has his gun mounted in the back, and it does have a countdown sequence, so you push it up. And there we are. The beeps go off infinitely. There's no stopping point for them, so the only way you can kind of override that function is push this down, and that's like the firing noise for the gun mode, and it overrides the countdown. It's neat. I don't know what else to say. It's a good concept, I guess. It's very odd. On the back here, we have our three thruster bells, and we do have a gimmick here with your mini-cons. You can just tab him on top of the gun. This one is always stuck. Let's see. There we go. You can give him 2 extra fins if that matters to you. So we have more fins on there. Then on the bottom of the figure, that gets annoying very fast. On the bottom of the figure, we have the shield, which tabs into the feet to become landing gear and kind of hide some of the kibble. And then we also have his mini-con. Not only is it stored very nicely up front, but this is the eternal resting place of this mini-con. It's a pain in the ass to transform it, and I never use it. So we just have him tabbed in inside. We'll wiggle him out like such. You can see the port right here for him. Have him going nose first. And to check out the mini-con here, this is stored up in its landing gear mode. You can see we just kind of have to pull it back like such. The gun gets in the way, and it gets very annoying very fast. It actually drives me crazy. There we go. Which is why I never transform this. So after this video is done, he's going to be in his landing gear mode, or his little Mars rover mode, and he's never coming out. So there's a Mars rover mode. Rolls just fine. And to give him a bit of scale here he is, one of the Headmaster weapons from Titan's Return right here. So they scale pretty well with one another, and here he is with a head / Prime Master. Honestly, that's pretty good scale for a little Prime Master. I like that. And to put him into his robot mode, God forbid, we're just going to take the arm off. I'm just going to pull that little gun piece off. You're not supposed to. It turns into a parts former. It sucks, blah, blah, blah. But it's the easiest way to manipulate this figure. So we're just going to move these around, rotate the chest, and just plug this back in like such. And here is the robot mode for the little moon rover. It's sad. that is a very sad looking robot mode right there. This is the one where you should be putting like an existence is pain meme over his head. This does not look very fun to scale. Here he is with the power of the Prime's Pretender armor and with a Legends class Dinobot. The final gimmick we're going to have in spaceship mode is probably the weakest gimmick I've ever seen. We have these missiles that can get stored in the bottom here, or in these little gray pieces. You just tab them in like such. And this is going to blow your mind. Oh, I hope you guys are sitting down. If you put the minicon on and you really force it, I know, it's mind-blowing. It drops the missile. Dear God, that's state-of-the-art transformation right there. Real talk, it's absolute garbage, and these are permanently going to be stored on the sides. So, let's transform Jetfire, shall we? So the first thing you gotta be doing is just untab the wings here, straighten these stabilizers out, bring them up like such, so we can get access to the legs here. Take off the shield. That gun gets annoying very fast. We're going to fold out the heels here, which are very cleverly made out of the thruster bells. I appreciate that. Split it in half to get his gun. That drives me crazy. Bring it up to get the heels going, like such. And then we're going to pull him apart. Get those legs stretched out. Then rotate the knees up. And what's the best way to go about this? Oh, this is the worst part. So here are the arms. We're just going to tab them out like such. And just to give you guys some context, there you are. This little tab here is what's holding this entire figure together. Not a very good idea. So I'm going to rotate the cabin down like so. Tab the arms in. Pull them out at the elbow. This is brutal. This is actually taking a little bit more force than it should. Bring the wings all the way back. Just kind of angle them up as you want. I like to put them up about one click, like such. Bring these little pieces out, flip out the head, and there is a very chubby boy. Oh man. There's not much to say here. This is a Jetfire that is thick with two C's. Been munching on a little bit too much energon there, buddy. Woof. There's no defending this. This is a chubby little robot. I'm going to take the shield here piece, to flip that over, and it can tab in to the arm as his shield. You can give him his gun, which he barely can hold. And, oof, there we go. Not sure how I'm supposed to feel about this. This mode is pretty weak, guys. Lots of paint. Some nice gold paint going on the Autobot insignia with red paint on the inside, gold paint here, red paint there. For whatever reason, in the bottom of the legs here, they're all metallic red with like a golden stripe. Sure. Oh man, this is painful. This is what existence looks like right here in a nutshell, man. You can kind of clean him up if you want, like that. There you go. There's your Jetfire, guys. As far as articulation goes, we're going to take off his shield here. Full 360. Go out this far, down, get a little under 90 degrees. A lot of the figures in in Armada does suffer from having a really low bend. It can't be helped. Again, as I said when I started this off, he exists to become a pair of legs. You don't use him for arm articulation, you're going to use him for legs. So, I understand where this is going. There's no up, forward, or backward movement. Your side movement's about that far out. Like that. There we go. That's 10 out of 10, guys. We're going to leave it like this in the detolf, and that's it. I can't. This figure, man, it's so bad. As we already saw, gun makes noises. It does gun things. That's it. There's Jetfire for you. He is a huge disappointment. To put him to scale, here he is with your leader class, Optimus Prime. A little bit shorter than Optimus. And here he is with Volcanicus. Fortunately, he's still smaller than Volcanicus. And just because we can, here he is with a little head / Prime Master. Boom. There we go. But alas, we're going to put him in the form he's never going to escape. Let's turn him into a pair of legs. We're going to start off by putting these arms back in, fold the head back in, rotate the entire cockpit back up, push the legs back down. Then we're going to go roll these arms in, and let's see, we actually got to rotate like such. There's a really interesting little lock you can put on here with them. The little Minicon port right here is going to go into this little peg slot right here, and it's going to make these legs rock solid. Like such. Bring these down and back. Then we're going to go up to the nose here. Bring the nose back. Split the cone. Bring this little Minicon port to the side. And we are ready to take our boy, Optimus Prime, put him into his super mode, and now we'll tab him back in. And this is much more sturdy. And of course, he can actually wear the shield as chest armor. We have two little pegs right here, and those will just go on by friction onto Optimus Prime's chest. And there we have our combined Optimus Prime, looking very, very nice. I love this form more than anything else. The legs look more fulfilling, I guess you can put it. Here he is next to his old pair of legs as I fire a missile at myself. There we go. Jetfire is actually about 1 centimeter taller in leg mode, so you do get some extra height added to your Optimus Prime figure. The chest gets filled out a lot more with the shield, and I all around prefer this form as many others do. The only thing that's really optional in this form is I kind of like to have the legs, or at least the wings here, bent outwards. They become stabilizers later on when you combine him with Overload, and it's nifty. It's a nice little thing you can do. And of course, to scale him up, here we have Volcanicus, and here we have Leader Optimus Prime. Overall, Jetfire is a great purchase, only if you have Optimus. This is the dilemma with the Armada figures, because in the end, I'm going to have this freaking trailer basically sitting in a storage box for the rest of eternity. You buy Jetfire because he's legs. You don't buy him because he's a spaceship. You don't buy him because he's a chubby boy. You buy him because he's legs. And some people really like that. Some people really hate it. I personally love it. It fixes Optimus Prime's issues. It's a really cool transformation the first time he does this form in the TV show. And honestly, from what I can remember as a kid, this is pretty much Jetfire's entire existence. Once he combines with Optimus for the first time, there was no going back for him. So, in the end, if you have Optimus by Jetfire, if you're a Jetfire fan, go for it. It's not a great figure unless you're turning him into the pair of legs for Optimus. I mean, I've said it 1,000 times. He's fun, but he's kind of meh, you know, pass. He's weird. With that all being said and done, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next review.